do you think when you look at me? Am I a troublemaker? Am I violent? Should your children stay away from me? If you make these judgments without knowing me, how can you teach your pupils to not be prejudiced?
We decided to bring Scary Guy in because as a Catholic school we're really interested in developing good personal relationships, and he, in a different way, looks at personal relationships and fostering the idea of loving your neighbour.
This girl here, she only lived to about 14 years old. She was told she was dumb, fat, and stupid her whole life by all of her so-called friends at school. She believed all the words she heard, then she killed herself. This is the world you're living in right now. The elimination of hate, violence, and prejudice worldwide. Give me a break. One guy can't do this job by himself. I'm in your school because I need everybody in this room's help. I'm going to dedicate this period of time to all the kids around the world that have died in school. Now you people are killing each other over your differences. The first show that we present in the school is our prejudice elimination, and it's a 90-minute program, and it's about awareness. And what we try to do is we bring everybody to the same level of awareness as to how we all participate in what I call the world's #1 social diseases, hate, violence, and prejudice. I became a professional name caller and hater at a very young age. I'm a pro. I got 49 years of running my mouth. Belittling, degrading, humiliating, shaming. Oh, I can find the fault in you in 2 seconds flat. You people haven't even got a clue. Why is it important to work with children? Because there is so much damaged, hurtful, harmful words and nonverbal communication going on in schools around the world, and it's being transferred at an alarming rate, and kids are killing themselves and hurting each other over this kind of energy that exists in schools right now. What's your name, dude? Sam. My name's Scary Sam. We're going to role play. Do you know what role playing is?
Yep.
What is it?
When you play a role.
Play with roles. No, Sam. Now, when I was a young person, I'd see somebody go by, didn't know their name, never saw them before, didn't know who they were. Now, people in wheelchairs, you know the ones I'm talking about, they got their hand on the lever on the handle, guy in a wheelchair on by, a little bit of dribble running out of their mouth. I'd see them roll on by, and I go like this. Ooh. Who'd want to be by that? In order to make myself feel better on the inside and squash that emotion down, I had to point at that poor soul in a wheelchair I knew nothing about. Give him a name so I could laugh at him. It wouldn't end there. I'd take the information back to my buddy Sam, chillin', kicking it. And I'd go like this, Sam, check out that geek in the wheelchair, dude. It wouldn't end there. I'd take that information back to school, my neighborhood, my church. I'd gather all my buddies around in a circle. I started sharing information about a dude in a wheelchair I knew nothing about. I started a Geek Haters Club. Man, I got real good at it. I know there are no bad kids. Of course, everybody goes, whoa, that guy's lost his mind. I do believe that there is bad behavior, and it's learned. Kids learn this behavior somewhere else, and it's reinforced in school. So now if that's the truth, there are no bad kids and there is bad behavior, I wonder where they're learning that. Slide in there together, that's it. There is something morally and ethically wrong with this. Well, let me ask you a question, Stuart. How old are you, dude?
40.
How old are you?
16.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's something in your drinking water. Now here's what I discovered as I travel around the world. You see the short dude here? Stuart. He's got a body this size. I call it a container. Yeah. The tall dude's got a little bigger container. We all have our own containers. They come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. Ladies and gentlemen, they're supposed to. Now here's what I found out as I travel around the world about all these different containers. It don't matter what shape, size, or color it is. It has the same amount of capacity to understand and love all people. So if you're making a decision based on the shape and size of the container right here, I got news for you. You will be wrong. Every word and every step I take is to help another human off this planet with love. I cannot fathom what it would be like to leave this planet degrading and humiliating another human. For 7 years, I haven't said one negative word about another human on the planet. For 7 years, I haven't called another person a name other than their own. And do you have any idea how hard that is? Well, you're going to get a sample of it right now.
Part of the mission in the program is a 7-day, 7-night challenge. And so I put all the kids and the teachers and the parents and who's ever involved in the program, I put them all on the 7-day, 7-night challenge. And it works like this.
For 7 days and 7 nights, don't say one negative word about another human on the planet. For 7 days and 7 nights, don't call another person a name other than their own. Even if you think the names you make up for people are funny. They're not. Now we're going to find out what you're really made of. If you think you're tough, shut your mouth. That's tough.
I chose 7 days and 7 nights because I think it's a doable target. It's something that you can actually see that there is an end to a process. Really, it's not about being a good person. I don't want the kids to say, hey, I got to be good now, and they really don't. They say, I'm starting to discover how I'm interacting with everybody else's words as energy. And they do quite well, actually. And I teach them a way out. So if they slip up and make a mistake, they have a way out of that. They simply look that person directly in the eyes. Maybe they call them a name accidentally, or they slip up, or they forget they're on the challenge. And they just say, hey, I'm sorry I said that. You get on with your program. You got 7 days to go.
No one is safe on this planet until all of the hate is gone. Let me say it again for you. No one is safe. No one. Until all of the hate is gone. Here's the hard part. You don't eliminate hate with hate.
How much suffering is going on with children in schools? Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you really what's going on. I mean, the messages I get in the email is just heartbreaking. I probably see 2 or 3 kids in tears, at least per school. And if you've got 2 or 3 kids that are in tears talking about being picked on or being bullied or whatever terminology they want to attach it to, there's a lot more behind all that aren't coming forward. Once they've been on the 7-day, 7-night challenge and they've gone through at least a day of that, and then we go and we define how the flow of these words and nonverbal communication works. So we give them a physical, tangible method to look at how they're involved in these words as learned behavior.
Do you in your entire life, right now, ever put food in your mouth that you know you do not like?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like it.
It's pretty simple, ain't it? Then why is it if it's rotten words, we automatically accept them and put them in here and make them ours? Hi, what's your name? Kea.
Keita.
How many of you know Keita? Raise your hands if you know her. Look at you, you're popular. Of those of you that know her, is she quick to temper, gets rid of negative energy out of her storage tank, and it's a small tank, she don't hold on to the energy very long? Or does she have a bigger storage tank and she holds on to the negative energy longer? How many people think she's quick to temper and gets rid of words quickly? We're going to give you a smaller storage tank for words as energy, and we're going to fill up your tank with X's because that equals words. Now look at this. This is really crazy. I got all these words over here. They're all outside my body. They are not my words. They come at my ear, they go in my brain, I process the stuff, I don't know what to do with it because I heard it, so it goes in my storage tank. I learned how to process the energy from home. I call it stress, my tank gets full, I'm sick and tired of the pressure, so I go ahead and give it to somebody else who's got the same process in place. They've been taught a different way, they just have a different tank. Their tank gets full, then all of a sudden they release. What a joke. You got a choice. You got a choice to decide what you want to accept as energy. Just as much as you choose the food you put in your mouth as energy, you are responsible for choosing the energy you want to become inside your brain. I don't care who's talking, including me. You're going to choose the words I say today, and some of them you'll throw in a wastebasket, and some of them you'll keep. Now, I don't care who's talking, and I don't care who they are. You do not have to become their problem or accept their words ever again for the rest of your life. I don't want to hear about more victims. I don't want to hear some girl come up here today in the front of the stage. I don't know her name. I don't know who she is. She had tears in her eyes here in your school. She says, they've been picking on me and bullying me since I was in year 1. Now, what's her problem? Is her problem out there is a solution? I got to fix everybody that runs their mouth? Nope. Nobody taught her that any of that energy out there wasn't hers. That's the learned behavior that's here. Now I got to figure out how to help that girl understand that in 1 hour. She's got 10 years of her life, probably her whole life, of believing the opposite way to the point where she feels worthless.
One of the primary things teachers can do is really take a moment and understand that everything a child says and does, all their words and all their actions, are a direct reflection of those kids at that moment in time. So at that moment in time, I think how a teacher could really help a child when you're in the thick of it is to really redirect the energy back to the child with love and compassion rather than beating on them with negative energy to try and gain control over the situation.
Little did I know that my entire life would change and that I would come to the realization of who I am as a human, that I would look this way and stand in front of all these people in 7 years and talk about the truth of what's really going on. And it's your job to take this forward. Your job.
My first impressions of the scary guy was that he was like a biker, rocker dude.
I agree with the message he's trying to deliver because maybe we don't always think about what we're saying and it could be quite hurtful.
I definitely use hurtful names without realising I'm doing it all the time with my brothers.
It just comes out. You don't realise you're hurting them.
When you've grown up hearing hurtful names of other people, then you begin to say them yourself.
I think the 7-day challenge is going to be quite difficult, but I think if I try it, I might be able to do it.
I think people at school will be more friendly towards each other.
I think it'll affect people, like prevent bullying.
I'll probably respect people a bit more and actually think about what I'm saying.
I think I will hopefully try and respect people more and not judge people of what they look like, even though I don't realise that I'm doing it.